How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Brawl here in MTG Arena. Today, we're checking out a Chatterfang deck. And that's because it's Squirrel Tribal time. It is Squirrel Tribal time. Because this video will go up on the 30th, I believe. Might not be. I might have one more after this. I don't know off my head. But if that is right, if my math checks out, we're gonna have squirrels. Because Bloomberg will be out, and that's one of the new tribes. Well, not new tribes, I suppose is not the right way to go about it. It's one of the tribes. There are 14 of them, and they're all woodland creature based. If you can imagine it being in Watership Down, it's probably in Bloomberg somewhere. I'd say I think we're getting some otters. That's cool. Rabbits, all kinds of. I want to say all kinds of cool stuff. Uh, but then I've been trying to look away from spoilers as much as possible. Like I didn't follow spoiler season very closely this time around, so I don't want to claim that there's a tribe that just isn't there. Uh, Well-known squirrel children. I mean, with that time warp in hand, I think we just hold back for the Soul Shatter. Hmm. 5 for Sliver. Okay, we'll draw a card. No attack. We will block if we have to. Or are we getting the pickup shielded 3-for-1? Be nice, but I suppose it's unrealistic given our opponent's current mana. Hmm. Might as well go for the blowout. If you'd done this first combat, it would have been nice, but can't help. We can't lose too much life when we're holding up a Bolus's Citadel as our card advantage option. Like it's a little expensive for our blood. Our opponent has not found their second white source. Like the 5-color mana base with the 3-pip Wrath has not paid off, unfortunately. Cool. I would have liked to reuse that removal spell anyways. Uh, Ritualist. More life for 3 cards. Actually, we draw 3 cards and gain 1 life for free. No cost on my end. Opponent. Have we DC'd as Deomonte and myself no longer found ourselves connected across the battlefield. It's probable. I loaded up Arena today to do these recordings, and boy, was it not happy. It was like, I've been napping for too long. Why have you done this to me? And we're off there. We're mostly squirrels, but we have to use changelings because there aren't that many squirrels. And then finally, over top, the changelings are just value creatures that are generally going to be good for us. We don't have many tribes, so anything that can do Math Reanimator, good. Good swinging. Gonna count at 18 for life at a turn. Been doing a lot of damage this game. Like most of the damage this game. Ah, cost me 5 life, but it's probably worth it. Probably. I think we're at Chatterfang time. This might have drawn our opponent their next white source, but if it hasn't, like we are miles ahead in mana, so we don't really make tokens other than squirrel tokens. I did draw him another mana. It's just not white, so times. On it. Ah, more energy. We don't even really have any squirrels. Opponent right back where we started. I'm gonna get a squirrel this turn. That's nice. Bye bye. Hmm. Can't let having creatures die equal cards, because that's pretty dodgy. Okay. We'll get our boy back. He makes a squirrel. And then we'll play Chatterfang just to Curse of Silence. What a card. One black mana, we can sacrifice 2 squirrels. Next up, Sliver player is validating the stereotype about Sliver players. At least on Arena. Like generally, I used to think of Slivers and think, wow, fun, wacky tribe of just lords that everybody wants to be a lord and they all help each other out. It's kind of wholesome, but on Arena they are straight up murderers. It's what they do. Let's not let that happen. Omniscience is a bad card. I think Overwhelming Splendor is probably just gonna get skilled. Toxic, man, toxic. This doesn't even work anymore. We have to do it this way. Mr. Monty is a control player at heart. Why do we keep doing that? Uh-huh. Narset? Oof. We might have a chance. This could happen. Yep. Good, good. Let's swing out, get our opponent to 10, and then we just have to get a few more permanents on the battlefield. Let's do this. This. Alright, Dream kinda dead. Kinda dead. Rude. GG. It was a long match. Not really a good match. Our sliver player went from well, I guess they weren't really a sliver player, they were just a control player. Uh Had we sussed that out earlier, we probably would have conceded after the second or third round, but nope. Sneaky, sneaky. Wasn't noticed until it was far too late. Either way, we'll try to get in game 2. We're at 13, so we should have another game in us. It just depends on what we go up against. Something that takes a long time, we might push 30, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Oh, not okay. Well, it's gonna be a short one, I think. It's gonna be a short one. Don't see this going for very long. Either the squirrels win or they die. A sad state of affairs, if I'm being honest, but fortunately, an accurate one. Yeah, old Dark Ritual might just be a trap. It might just be a trap. Like, it might just be extra deck score in your deck that doesn't do anything. We're gonna get our commander down. We got it down on turn 2, basically. And what's gonna happen is our opponent's gonna play their 3-mana commander on turn 3, and it's gonna stonewall ours because it just has more toughness for some reason. Which is not great. But I guess we go this way. in case our opponent is kind enough to remove one of our creatures, and then we can stop the Nadu beats before they hurt us real bad. If you could never draw a third land opponent, that would be immaculate. I would really like it if that happened. Only once each turn, opponent. Ah. Bring everything in. We need that pretender in the bin. He has force walk. You can't hurt him. Too powerful. Honestly. Get rid of that. And we'll end her off there. We can sacrifice a couple of lands to a Squirrel Wrangler. Never draw a force land opponent. That's really what I want. They had it. Okay, fair enough. And they have the Bathless color on top of that. Nadu. Or disgusting commander. But I was reading on the Arena subreddit about there was a post on concession etiquette, and the claim in that was that if they saw a Nadu or a similar high-powered commander, they just auto conceded, and I'm like, okay, I get that, but in my mind at the time, I was thinking, if somebody brings a high-powered commander, like they still want to play a game of Magic. Facing like 6 or 7 concessions in a row probably will just make them not want to play on Arena because nobody's gonna play with them, right? But when you're on the other side of the table against the Nadu, I do get the sentiment that if your opponent is just gonna play broken, wacky nonsense, and you show up with a Squirrel Tribal deck, it probably is just worth your time to concede and move on to the next match because you're never going to win that. It's essentially a game of solitaire at that point, and like we're playing Magic to play with other people. If you're in a scenario where the game is a solitaire game, it's probably best just to move on. It's probably best to just move on. Which I think, yeah, we're gonna move on. Ouch, that's a sad slash somber way to end possibly the last episode before release, but poor boy, he's a little cracked. Uh Either way, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.